break that down as quickly as you can, please. Thank you. I can strip that away. I can hopefully... Oh, my lord, what are you doing? Oh, you're disabling the buildings. Fair enough. How much health have you got? Recovering health using... Okay. Well, I'm fine with you going over here and using this, so let's get you in there. We are running out of coal quite badly. I'm not even sure that setting up coal power plants over here will realistically help us out, because I'm not sure we're going to have enough coal. That ship may have already sailed for us. I mean, moving all of the power plants in there and then getting them tweaked with tune-up will be useful. But we might need to wait a little bit before we can get that properly working. Right, who else needs some help? The force isn't doing amazingly well, so let's get you down there. There we go. Sir Alasol, thank you very much for 34 months, mate. Anglo-Rax, thank you very much for the cheer there. That's very kind of you. Oh my, we've got a hype train. My goodness. Aavak, can you just use the power shutoff to disable the industrial area without going in and getting burned? That power shutoff only controls this gas pump. I could put a power shutoff there, though. That does make a lot of sense. Sure. If I stuck a switch here, I'd be able to just shut the entire area down. If I put it there, then I'd be able to shut that down as well. But we'll pop it here instead. There we go. Oh, Sir Alasol, thank you so much for the gift subs. That's super kind of you. Thank you. Very, very kind of you. Yeah, I do need them to be able to get over here. Can they not reach this area? I think it's just not high enough priority for them. Put the priority up a bit. Would love it if that is built sooner rather than later, so I can, as you mentioned, and that's such a good idea, just shut down all power in the industrial brick. Once that's the case, it doesn't matter if these are turned on or not. Eventually someone will go over there and do that. Hopefully, I imagine. There we go. Grabbing some coal. It's surprising how well they're surviving, honestly. Considering how on the brink the base is. And how long it has been on the brink. I'm kind of fascinated by how they're surviving. Well, let's get our plants going again. There we are. And off. Actually, no longer necessary for you to shut these down. Nothing in here is going to work until that's all sorted. Shelly, I need you to go to bed right now. Like, super bad, actually. Charlie and Peachy Keen. Actually, the only two people who can use the beds right now, actually. There we go. Oh no, Shelley's a loud sleeper. That is a problem. Hadn't considered that one before. On the plus side, they are having pleasant chat, so. More dirt. I mean, I'll accept it, I guess, but... kind of prefer other things, if I'm perfectly honest with you. There we go. Getting some coal. Good, good, good. Go load up the everything you can. That's fine. The food that can decay. It doesn't really bother me too much. Well, I mean, I did tell you to go in and enable them again, so that's kind of my fault, I accept. It was unnecessary enabling. There's coal all over the place. They're just getting halfway there and then just having to abandon their mission, I think. Which is causing all sorts of problems for me. And even with both of these running, these batteries are not charging. Oh, of course. Balls. When I removed that... the transformer, I allowed those batteries, coal generators to charge it, the main grid, which is not what I was aiming for. But I removed it in hopes that I'd be able to quickly switch these around. But you know what? Maybe that's what I should do right now. You know what? Sure. Deconstruct these quickly. Deconstruct this quickly. See if we can't get this all done. Sharpish. I mean, if nothing else, we're at least keeping certain important systems going. I would prefer it if we can get all of this sorted fast. May even maximum priority it. There we go. I would like that done on a maximum priority as well. Pop that there. Everything here needs to be done right now. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll move that one across. Okay, that's fine. Draw that across. And down here. I mean, technically that isn't a problem, but I'd kind of prefer all of this wire to be switched out. But for the time being, just getting that connected is the bigger concern. There we go. Just two more. One more. Can we do it in time? Hopefully. Very much hopefully. I mean, these are at least now powering this, which is exactly what I'd wanted it to do. There we go. There we are. Perfect. Alright, so that's doing what it's meant to. Now is a much lower priority. Let's get all of this replaced with this kind of wire. Want the heavy watt wire deconstructed. And then add in a few more batteries as well. Oh, wait. Yeah, they're being made of steel. Nice. Okay, good. Oof. Now, with those charging up these batteries, this shouldn't be too hard for me to get going again. I wonder if that's where all the problems that we've been having stemmed from. Snipping tool is your best friend for wires and pipes. Yeah, I know. I don't have that mod installed, though. Always a pleasure to go to sleep during an Aavak stream and wake up during the same Aavak stream. I mean, it is a thing that happens on occasion, yes. Just get those out of the way. I definitely need you to go and rest. Let's have a look. Who needs to rest the most? Filthy Fee and the Long Half. Let's get you resting up. Desperately need this power to start flowing through properly again. Unfortunately, a lot of people are very unhappy with all their popped eardrums, but, you know, we'll get there. Okay, we can now possibly risk enabling this building again. Slowly getting to where we need to be. Very slowly, but getting there. This room is maintaining its temperature actually quite nicely. It's a big alloy, eh? Yeah, big alloy's okay. A little bit singed, but otherwise okay. Gonna enable that building so that they can get back out of here quickly when needed. Hopefully going to deliver a bunch more coal over here. No, not as much. That's a bit of a pain, but okay. Main thing is that we're hopefully going to start stockpiling petroleum again. There we go. There we are. It's going to start backing up, which it is doing now. Oof, okay, there we go. This has been just like a huge comedy of errors, but I feel like I'm learning so much about the game going through these trials and tribulations. It's actually really fun. I'm not sure if it's as fun to watch me going through them, but hopefully it is. I'm certainly enjoying myself right now. Right. The temperature in here still needs to rise quite a lot before it's going to be at the point where it'll start kicking in. Stations wise, we want the power station. Copper will do. What about there? I'll get another one over there in a moment. Oops. Good night, Aavak. I'm going to bed. In case it helps you, I hope you read my last message also. Red Cat, let me have a look. Hopefully the switch works for you. I didn't see how you set it up, but I was thinking of the power shut-off object. I don't remember if it can be a manual switch though. Yeah, well, I've got the signal switch. The power shut-off is more of an automated control system. I could set up a battery in here that controls it, so that if power in the base is running particularly low, it just basically shuts down the industrial brick completely. That might be something that we could do. That may well be something we can do. Well, this will make stuff out of lead. It's a very high priority when it's needed. I also want to make sure that it is actually properly shut off. There you go. We can get everything in there set up properly, then that'll be grand. Again, just getting the most out of the coal that we've got by having it tuned up. Same with getting the most out of the steam that we've got. Why on earth is no one running this? Gas is not at the low threshold yet? Yeah, I guess so. Is there no petroleum in the pipes? Oh, there is not. Ooh, that is not a good thing. That's a decidedly ungood thing, in fact. We desperately require this. For now, though, we've got all of the petroleum up there we're ever going to need, which is nice to see. And this is now starting to contribute a little bit of extra petroleum down here instead. That has no power. It's part of this group. Okay. For the sake of being able to use both of these, I'm going to say that I probably want this pipe to go across there. Let's try and get all of that hooked up properly. And then broken down there. This way, when this pump is active, it is going to it's going to provide enough crude for both of the reservoirs, to the refineries to kick in. I think that'll be quite important, actually. This needs to go away, otherwise it's going to confuse the pumps. Earth leaf, I'll take those. There we go. Okay, cancel that deconstruct then if you're gonna get it all fixed for me. Sure. Oh yeah. Slowly getting a little bit more working now. Got some oil over here, but there's barely any. Got a small amount of... Oh no, they've consumed all of the CO2 that's in there. Ah, that was unexpected, actually. Well, poop. If we can... you know what, let's dig a little track down here as well. Because that's unfortunate. Let's make that a high priority, because right now they're suffocating, because they've eaten all of the CO2 that was there. Wasn't quite what I intended. Not gonna lie. That is actually quite hilarious, though. Skull Ghost, hello! How you doing, mate? Live? Still live, I see. Yes, indeed I am. Damn you, Dip. I don't know why this still surprises me, but I've watched for several hours, gone to bed for the night, woken up again, and he's still live. Not that I mind. I'm glad you don't mind. I'd be very sad if you did. There we go. They can now start breathing. Hooray. This is a good time. Honestly, if we're capable of building up a backlog of energy, I think maybe getting petroleum generators set up as the second one that we go for, because it's more. We've got more of that than we've got coal, basically. I think it may be worth us setting that one up next, rather than anything else. So, with that in mind, in terms of the mini pump, I could set the mini pump up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set up another mini pump there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And set up another one here. Or I could have a main pump here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could have another one there as well. I think that might be the way we go. What's the temperature in here? It's not going to be going up, so there's no reason to worry about it. Yep, we'll get rid of that. I'll have a bridge across from there to there. I strongly expect that I'll be having the next one there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gonna need a bridge across there. So I'll take that one out. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bridge across there. Now I'm gonna have the pumps in there. Well, realistically, I probably don't need that many pumps, though, if I'm thinking about it. The pumps just need to be there to grab the little bit of polluted water that would be gathering at the bottom here. To that end, I almost certainly need to adjust this upwards. The door needs to be one higher, so that there's a lip in here to cause the polluted water to gather. Glad I thought about that. Cancel that for now. Actually, I probably do still need that to be moving in that direction specifically, so a bridge will help things along. So, Aavak, I watched the updated Factorio trailer recently, and much looked the same with the addition of the spaceship. Then at the end, crawling in from the top right of the screen was a giant spider. Thoughts? That is the Spidertron. We've been playing around with those on the Gappling Factorio server for a little bit now. Very, very fun. Let's get this done as quickly as we can, though. I may move the doors up over here, even though I technically won't need it. because the water down there is going to... This is where the water is going to pool. I'm going to do it just for the sake of making everything look the same. Let's go with sedimentary rock so that the bridge conducts temperature a little bit better. And this way I'm guaranteeing the flow of liquids as well. Finally getting some movement again. How things going? Things going alright up here. Liquid coming down here, nice and cool. Dropping off a lot of temperature into that water there. Perfect. Can we get all of this shifted? How are the critters doing? Probably not amazing, if I'm honest. Right, let's dig that out. We're going to need to dig up and then out again quite aggressively. Do I have enough steel? I do. Perfect. There we go. I'll take care of quite a lot. Okay. Not bad so far. Must have been a meteorite that came straight through there. It's that little crack. We're not stockpiling petroleum right now. No. We might start to, now that this is pumping again, but a little bit concerned. At the very least, though, we are bringing petroleum, crude oil down now when this is overflowing. What's the temperature of the oil around here? Not bad, actually. It's going quite well. This would be disabled by the automation grid. Yep. Now then, I'm going to want the liquid pump. Can't make it out of steel for now, but that's fine. This room shouldn't be getting that hot. But it might. It might. For now, we'll just get rid of the polluted water and we'll dump it into the cooling loop. Eventually, that will cause problems. But for the time being, it shouldn't be too bad. I could even have it dump polluted water back into the main system if this ever gets too high. In fact, I could easily do that. I wonder how this one's controlling. What is it controlling? It is controlling overflow down here. Oh, it's dumping more liquid into the loop. I fancy if I remove this, then it'll probably start filling up my cooling loop properly again. Either way, though, I'd actually prefer this to go in that direction only, so I'm going to remove that. I'd ultimately prefer the polluted water to go back into the system and get recycled again. And instead, we're going to go ahead and delete all of that. all the way down and along. Like so. And instead, whenever we have polluted water in the system, and that tank is starting to get too full, I'm just going to have it vent. Can you make a single air duct that is not attached to any of the others going from your CO2 heavy area to space and open it occasionally to vent all the CO2 gas? Or is that too dangerous? I'm already actually doing that, Sir Aldisol. I'm using the CO2 gas to cool down a robo-miner. I'll show you in a moment. Well, this is above 80% full. Down to 50% full. I would like it to send out an automation signal that will be reversed. Right here. That will open a liquid vent. If this is already too full, then dumps some of the excess polluted water. And that can just run straight down and rejoin the main system. But I'll show you now, Sir Aldisol. The CO2 is being collected and brought up here, and is being dumped into this room with the shovels, such that as it drifts through the room, it cools down the robo-miner and everything else in there, really. Because we've got quite hot regolith going in there. And the robo-miner generates heat, which it can't easily get rid of. So it's quite useful to have that. I would actually kind of like it if these things were done as a 7. I would very much like extra regolith for my shovels. Eventually, they're going to be the sole thing feeding this colony. We've already got 14 in that tiny space, and they're completely happy with it. Or at least they're not overcrowded. I mean, they're not happy right now, which saddens me, but we'll get them there eventually.